So we're going to continue with our chair. At this point, we've made all of the components except for those diagonal supports that are going to be going, keep moving my face, here beneath the seat itself. Alright, so let's get into the Move tool. So last video I kind of briefly went over the Select tool, and it works differently for things that you've made a component for. The idea is you made a component, it exists, it's done, we don't need to alter it. We're just trying to position things and assemble. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose, this is a B part, and the B part is going to separate this back support to the other one. So what I'm going to do is choose the Move tool, and I'm going to select this corner. Let's see, up here, this corner. Now it's moving the shape based on me grabbing that corner, and I can tell it to snap right to that corner. Perfect. It's looking good. I want those things to be together, so it was a good move that we just did. Now what we need to do is go to the Components tab, make sure we select Home, and we should see the A, back legs. Now what I'm going to do is drop the piece. Similarly, we are going to use the Move tool to select this corner and attach it to the other. Looking good. At this point, we have a kind of tricky situation because this next piece goes down, I believe, 4 inches. But I don't have a corner to snap to here. So let's see how we do that. First, I'm going to select Part B. That's going to be going in the back. Before I can snap it anywhere, I mean, when I click, it's got nothing to snap to. So there's 2 ways we can approach this. I'll show both of them to you now. First one, we can get this tape measure. And what this tape measure tool is going to do is allow us to pre-make some different snap points. So from here, I can now type, I aim my mouse down so it's blue, just like that y-axis. I'm going to type 4. That's going to default to 4 inches. Here, I've got a guide point. Now, using my Move command, I can just grab it, snap it. Cool. Option number 2. If I get my Move tool and I click it here, it's pretty good, but we need some space. So what I can do now is click here, move it downwards so I have a blue dotted line, and type 4. It is going to move that point down 4 inches because I predetermined the direction. Both methods work. Our next step, let's do the side pieces. Now the side pieces are also a little fancy because they don't go exactly, here if you look, they aren't flush to the surface. So I'll tell you what, let's actually, let's do a different part. So looking at my image that I already have, I've decided I'm going to do the side seat. It's going to be directly, it's going to be flat, right here. It's going to be flat to the back piece here. But we need to raise it so that the top of it is 18 inches off the bottom. So here's how I approach that. I'm going to get the sideboard, side seat, and drop my piece in. Now I use the Move tool. I'm going to connect this corner to this corner. I'm now going to move it straight up and type, let's see, actually no I'm not. I'm going to now pick the top because the measurement on the drawing says the top of the chair is 18 inches tall. So now I'm going to take this top portion and move it up 18. So I type 18. I press enter and we're good. Now I'm going to rotate my view and I'm going to do the, let's see, Control Z, undo. I'm going to get my pointing tool, and this should be the, let's see, What is the name of this component? This is the middle side seat. So what I'm going to do is get my move tool. I'm going to click this corner, and I'm going to have it, let's see, maybe I won't. I'm going to click this front corner, top right, and I'm going to have it snap right to the front of this one. Because I typed in my measurements, this is looking really perfect. It's looking flush. Now, if you don't want to go through your components, you can also copy and paste. To do that, hold Control and press C, hold Control and press V, and it will copy the same piece. You still have to move it though. So I'm going to click, boom, right there. And now, let's see. Oh, look at that. I didn't realize that you could just copy stuff like that. Yeah, I guess if you just have your piece and then you click it. Huh. Don't know what's going on there. I don't get it. I don't need to get it. Instead, I just need to move my other piece so it's sitting properly. Alright. Last off, I'm going to do the last side seat, snap it, and it's looking good. We're almost there. Alright, so let's do we're going to do these pieces. These are the side support pieces. And I'm going to start off by snapping it right to this corner. Now, it isn't exactly on that corner. So I get my move tool. Oh, no. I'm going to get my move tool, get that red edge, that red line that shows that it's a width line. And I'm just going to move it over, let's say, 1/2 inch. So I type 0.5, press enter, and it looks good. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to snap this onto the edge. Good. But now I'm going to pick a different part. I'm going to move it in the X direction, so I have that red dotted line, 0.5 inches. Nope, messed up. So instead I'm going to go 1 inch to the left. And so now, nope, let's go 0.5. There we go. It should be flat with the front. Am I losing my mind? What's going on? Don't know what happened here. But here's how I found out that it was not right. It's not sitting flat. You can see they're not the same height. And that's no good. So let's combat this. So here, what I'm doing is, or what I did, I got my tape measurement tool, and I checked, what's the height of this leg? Okay, we've got, when I look at the bottom right, it says 1 foot 4.5. 1 foot is 12 inches, plus 4 is 16.5. When I check against my drawing, 18 minus 1.5 should be 16.5. So that's not it. So then I get on to look at the height of the chair leg. So I just click here, and now I go to here, and this should be 18 inches. Based on my drawing, it should be 18 inches, but here I have 1 foot 7.5. 12 inches plus 7.5 is 19.5. So there's my mistake. No big deal. I'm going to just select my stuff and shift it down. So to do this, I'm going to click and drag the box to the left so it just touches the parts I want to shift. That's going to select everything. If I just select by clicking and dragging to the right, it only selects things that are fully encompassed by the clicker. That's why here, when I click down to the right, it only selects this one, but when I click up to the left, it selects all the pieces that touch this rectangle. So now I'm going to just do that, get my move tool, and I'm going to move this down. Let's see, it was at 19, what was it, 19.5? So it would be 1.5. So now that I've done that, it's looking flat, it's looking good. I'm going to continue my process. So to do that, I'm going to select this piece. Okay, I'm going to get my move tool. Oh, I'm going to be a little bit more picky about what I'm grabbing. Let's do the sideboard. Here I add the sideboard. I'm going to get that move tool. Sideboard should be touching here. And then I'm going to move it in the X direction by 0.5. Good. And now I'm going to have this undo. I select the front piece now, get my move tool. I'm going to have this corner touch that corner. And just really make sure I get the right corner. There we go. And now I'm going to select this corner and move it in the X direction. So now it's red. I see it's red, so now I can do 0.5. Good. Almost there. We just have a few more parts. Let's do the back front boards. I'm going to need 2 of these. I use the move tool. No. There we go. I'm going to choose the one that's highlighted blue, and I'm going to snap it right to this back corner. Looking good. And I'm going to do the same thing here. Control Z, select the one that I want to move, then I click the move tool. I'm going to click that top right corner. I'm going to make sure it's touching right on this. Alright, looks pretty good, but I'm not quite there because I needed those corner pieces. That does it for this video. Here we've assembled all of our chair components to make the chair. I'll tell you what, just for fun, let's do a little add-on bonus. Here you have this this tape, this paint tool. Now this is all fine and good, but you need to find some paint. So we go here, right under Components to Materials. You can search for, let's see, you can search somehow. But here at the bottom it says wood. I'm going to pick wood, and I can just paint my pieces now. Go ahead and paint your pieces, and that does it for this video.